What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel, again Paul. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe. Oftentimes, I know graduating from university, being a graduate is actually not as rosy and as easy as it seems. You feel it's all going to be about what you want to do and stuff like that, but it's never that easy. So, I will share my story with you. I graduated at the age of 20 in the year 2018. I graduated from a prestigious university with the idea of becoming an entrepreneur. I didn't want to be anyone's employee, so I just wanted to work for myself and go about what I wanted to do. So, let me not say unfortunately, but during my service year, I got employed and I was being paid by the government and also by my primary place of assignment. Whereas initially I wasn't even doing anything there. I was just going, taking my attendance, working. It was rosy and it was fine because I didn't get to do anything. All I had to do was just take attendance, get paid by 2 people at the end of the month, and I enjoyed it though. So at the end of the service year, I wasn't retained, which I was happy with. Yes, I didn't want to be retained. I was called, but I didn't want to go. So I said, okay, I want to move into this entrepreneur thing because I had a lot of financial backup. During my service year, I got to save all my stipends, and when I was in school, I sold earpiece and some other stuff. I sold some other stuff in school, earpiece, footwears, I just kept saving the money, so I had a lot of financial backup. So after the service year, I decided to become an entrepreneur fully, like full time now. So I went into clothing, into the whole fashion thing. Sorry, my bad. I went into the whole fashion thing. I said I wanted to make briefs. As easy as it sounds, I wanted to make briefs, just briefs. Who doesn't know what briefs are and how easy it is to make briefs? But sorry to tell you this, sorry to disappoint you, it is not as easy as it seems. So I went in search, I did my survey, I searched, I made all the necessary inquiries. So I got in touch with the garment factory in Lagos here in Agege. I got in touch with the garment factory. I went there, we discussed, and it was actually nice. My discussion with the boss, with the CEO was nice. We had our agreements and we decided to start working together. So we worked together. I made my first production. Basically, I made for females and for male also. I made it, and on getting the products after the whole work and everything, on getting my products being delivered to me, I wouldn't lie to you, I was disappointed. I was very angry. I was angry that now, but we actually discussed and we already agreed that okay, this is how it's going to be. But how come you are giving me something different from what we discussed? I didn't really know this was how it was going to be. I just wanted my stuff ready and I would sell off straight up. But then it was bad and I couldn't do anything about it. I've already paid for the services. I didn't even know that I wasn't supposed to pay until after they were done producing my products for me. So I paid for it. I was like, it's gone, sha. So I made the necessary people. I made few people in the society. Actually, people who have been in these things for years. They told me what to do and what I should expect. But they were even glad I failed the first time, so I don't feel too comfortable. Like, how will you tell me you're glad I failed? Doesn't make any sense. They were like, no, I should keep trying. So I went again. I said I'm looking for another garment factory. This time I traveled as far as going to Abia State. So I got to Abia State, popularly known Aba Market. I searched for people that sell those products, the products I need. I made inquiries. I met few people and I got my product. Now it was time to look for a garment factory. In search of a garment factory, I went to different garment factories in Aba, as big as Aba is. Many of them went producing briefs. Like a lot of them went, like almost all of them were not producing briefs. I was like, how is it that you are not producing briefs, but you call this a guy? Like, brief is the list of everything you should think of. It's that easy now. What's there in producing brief? Just produce a brief for me and let me go back to where I'm coming from. They're like, the guy, that we don't do all those stuff. That what we do here is mass production. We just produce in mass and just send it down to Lagos and whoever buys them. I was like, sir, I'm not doing the mass production. I want to follow due process, step by step, thread by thread, needle by needle, portion by portion. They were like, no, that if it's not mass production, they are not doing for me. I was like, ah. So I kept on working, I kept on searching. This took me about 7 days. I even had to, for my reserve at the bank, I even had to lodge for 7 days, going to the market and coming back every day, just for briefs. So you can imagine, just briefs. So I did it, sha. Luckily for me, it was my last days at Aba. I saw 2 garment factories. They agreed to work with me. I was like, okay. We discussed about our mode of operation, and they said, okay, they were cool with it. So we made our samples. The samples were top notch. The samples were mad. I won't lie to you. The samples were crazy. And I was like, okay, since we've agreed on a sample, let us produce. And then the man telling me everything he had to tell me and all those things. So they went ahead and started producing. So I left. But then my guardian called me on my way back to Lagos, like, where am I? I said, I'm already left for Lagos. I'm no longer in Aba. I already got good samples from 2 garment factory, and everything is set. They said, no, don't go to Lagos. Come back and stay here till they were done. I was like, which one is come back again? Do you know how much I've spent for accommodation? So I can't come back. I'm good with it. I know this guy. This guy is my friend. This guy, we are good. We are on good terms. They were like, oh, you are risking it all. I'm like, I'll risk it all. I was at Benin then, so it was far. I was already far away. So after a week, my products were sent down to Lagos. On getting the products, I was like, yes, this is it. Like, what a start. I was already ready to sponsor my ads, like go straight up, do my photo shoot, do everything I was supposed to do. I already have friends who are going to support me, purchases. I already have influential people in the society who are going to be involved in it. But like, yes, this is the beginning of a bright future. Like, okay, yes, this is it. So on getting my product, I saw what they sent to me. What they sent to me was totally different from the samples we made. This time I wasn't mad. I wasn't crazy. I was disappointed. I was lost. I was like, what's this? Because the cost of everything, accommodation, transport, everything in producing these stuffs were like 3, 2, 4, 5 times higher than the cost of producing the first one. So you can imagine. I was like, what do I do? There was no chance to be angry, because we were like, what's this? I was becoming frustrated, like, it's not supposed to be so now. Why are we doing like this in this whole, why is this system like this? Like, why is it like this? Why is it frustrating me, the young guys? I didn't know what to do. I was like, this is the end. Let me just stop here, just get a job. And my friends were encouraging me that, yes, get a job. Just leave these things on pause. This is not it. Like, I know quite alright, you like to involve yourself in all these entrepreneurial things, but yeah, just get a job. That's not how our system is. I was like, I beg guys, I don't know how to work for somebody. I went ahead again, I was like, I'm doing this shit again, I'm doing this stuff again, I don't care what you say. They're like, okay, just go ahead and do your stuff. So a friend then introduced me to this whole real estate and everything, this Airbnb, popularly known as shortlet. So I spoke with her, she told me how to go about it. So then again, I still had in my reserve, like, yes, I still have a lot of money to take me far. So I said, okay, this time let me go into real estate, into this whole Airbnb stuff. I just want to go into this whole buildings and everything. So I was like, it's not easy. I was like, I'll give it a try. Since I have a guardian who is already experienced in this field, so I'll just give it a try. So I went ahead. I made inquiries for an apartment I needed. I already got an apartment I was going to rent and put it up. But then, for me to attract potential customers to come patronize me, I needed to furnish, repaint, do everything, just make it look as attractive as it could be. I had the money for just the rent. That's what the problem was. Now I needed money for furnishing and everything. I was like, what am I going to do now? So another of my friend then introduced me to an online investment. I was like, what's this one? She was like, you do this, at the end of the month they'll give you 30% of your ROI. I was like, but this thing sounds too good to be real. And there again, I was like, I don't trust things like this. But knowing that, okay, this information was coming from a very reliable source, I was like, okay, should I give it a try? She was like, yeah, give it a try. Then I went ahead and I gave it a try. I was so happy because I got paid my first month. I was happy, like, yes, this is what I want. But after being paid, I needed more money to do more things for that apartment. I was like, what am I going to do now? So I re-registered again. Like this time, I needed to multiply everything so that I will have enough for the apartment and also have little to go back into clothing. Like I wanted to take advantage of the opportunity. It was too, like I got paid, I was like, okay, this is legit. So I did it again, knowing to me that I was working towards the end of it all. I got there, I registered again. So my days were counting. Like I had just like 3 to 5 days to round it up and get my money to my account. So a friend of mine called me. I was like, he called me at night. I was like, JP, the whole online thing is over. Like that's the end. We don't have anything again. Like the whole investments, the return, the counting days, they're all over. I was like, at first I didn't want to believe because I was like, who are you to share such a confidential information? Like, not as if you're the one that introduced me to it, and secondly, you play a lot, so I beg, guy, this information is not supposed to come from you. So I called my friend, the friend of mine who was in charge of my account and everything. So I called her like, hey, also, I heard that the whole online stuff is over. She was like, yes, their website went down. And but the CEO is giving them updates that they're going to review the website and everything. I was like, since it's coming from me, that means there's still hope. I didn't want to feel like I was at the end of it all. I said, okay. I waited. So they rebuilt the website, and she told me that the CEO came up with another package where you have to pay double of what you had before, so that they can give you double of what your return is supposed to be. The whole thing was, I was like, how will I pay for something when I've not even gotten paid for the first one I did? So like, I'm not buying the idea. Then she was like, if you're not buying the idea, so you just have to wait till the day they refund. So we waited, we've been waiting. It didn't come through. There've been the whole speculation that it's going to come back, but it's not. We've not seen, like, it has gotten to the point that I'm not even expecting anymore. So that thing really hit me bad. I felt that was the end of it. I felt I couldn't get involved in anything again, and that was the last of what I had. I didn't have anything again in my reserve. There was nothing again in my savings. There was nothing again in my wallet. Everything was just broken, apart from the cryptocurrency money I had that I couldn't touch. I felt bad for myself. I shouldn't lie. But then I was like, what am I going to do now? So unfortunately, I got employed and I'm being paid on a monthly basis. But not because that's the last hope, that's the last decision I can make as someone who wanted to become an entrepreneur. But I feel there are times where you have your setbacks, you just need to step back, readjust yourself, re-strategize, and keep back again. Don't, because you failed 1, 2, 3 times doesn't mean that's the end. I'm not saying this because I have achieved what I want. I'm saying this because it's a process we are all going to face. Having associated myself with the people, the influential people around me, and people who have been in this thing for long, they've all giving me similar stories, like they actually failed a lot. So I was like, okay, this is the time I need to step back and just take this thing. After getting advice from so many people that took the job and being paid, so I have to come back stronger. And luckily for me, of reason I got in touch with a Turkish company. They've decided to work with me on my production. So this is for me to you. For those of you who are going to be graduates in the next 2 years, 3 years, even those of you that don't got admitted, and those of us who are already in the labor market, who have been facing these problems and these setbacks, rejection, disappointment, discouragement, our advice will just keep staying positive, believe in our crafts, go to work whatever it is we have to deliver, whatever it is we have in mind to deliver, pour out our ideas. Sooner or later, it's going to be appreciated by some people, and people will crave your idea, people will crave your craft, and don't give up, that's just it. So thank you for sticking around, and do well. Thank you for sticking around, and do well to like, share, and subscribe. And also, see you guys later. Peace.